Hello, hello. Can you hear me? So, finally figured out this OBS stuff. Yeah, it's really cool to have two cameras. It makes everything a lot nicer. Make my sound as good. How's everyone doing this Sunday evening? Haha. um, Ideally, we'd have at least 10 people so I can start rolling dice. Um, it says 5 watching, so we can see who else comes in. And we only just started, so hopefully we get a couple more people jumping in. I know it's very last minute, but I've been working a couple of hours now to try and figure all this stuff out. Cool. My Facebook post has actually not been approved yet. Let me try and do that again. It's actually pretty encouraging that only that 5 people have come up and it wasn't from Facebook. I posted it on Discord, on Reddit, and I tried posting on Facebook, but sometimes posts go to like the spam folder, and so admins don't see it. Um, yeah, it's tough. We don't get notifications for everything when you admin a group. It's funny how my camera seems to focus and unfocus certain areas of the playmat. Anyway, so this is an awesome playmat that I got at Gencon. I was lucky enough to win them and get them. Um, got this shirt as well. That was really, really cool. Um, I got it for helping out with teaching. So much fun. Yeah, I spent a day and a half of Gen Con just teaching new players. It was awesome how excited everybody was to learn how to play. There were so many people that had played before and just needed like refreshers. So we had a couple of those as well. Obviously, lots of last minute people just showing up and wanting to learn. So that was really good. Uh, Definitely one of the most fun parts of Gen Con was just how electric the whole experience was. There was just so many people there that wanted to learn how to play and get cards, of course. But learning how to play was kind of the main thing. Everyone was obviously also excited about the fact that Warlord was coming out back at all. Yeah, I've been really lucky to have gone to Gen Con now 3 times. I went, yeah, in 2009 for fourth edition, the launch, and then I went in 2022 when the rumors of Warlord coming back were swirling about. And yeah, I was able to go this time as well. I was in the States. I was hoping to do something else. I had a different plan, but it didn't work out, so it's okay. Yeah, ended up just going to Gen Con. Very, lucky and blessed to have been able to go, but it was an awesome experience. It was so much fun. Seeing a lot of people, seeing lots of new people, playing Warlord with everybody. That was awesome. And obviously getting some Gen Con swag. So this, in case anyone hasn't recognized it yet, this is actually a one of the Gen Con boosters. And so I'm sure everybody's heard about it by now, but just in case anybody didn't hear about it, basically all of the cards were organized, so they weren't randomized in the booster packs. So the guys basically had to spend 2 or 3 days, is from what I understood, just cracking all of the booster packs and then shuffling everything and then making these custom packs. Everybody who was there, because basically it was impossible to draft them. We just wouldn't be able to draft it. And everyone that was there, I didn't hear anybody complain about it. Obviously, it was a lot of extra work for them to have to do that. Um, Obviously, sucks for anybody that got cards from winning anything. This is one of the packs that I got from winning on the last day. I got fourth in the last major draft sealed event. And yeah, so that's why I got one of these playmats, and I have a couple of packs. Everything was a rush after once Gen Con was finishing, so I didn't get a chance to open them. So I figured might as well open them on stream and share that with people. So I have no idea what's in this packs. Obviously, I guess it's kind of good because you can't really sell them. Obviously, anybody's going to worry about them being resealed or anything. So there's no kind of sealed value to the packs that we would have won. There was no way to buy packs. Everything was just what you got from participating in the events and what you would have gotten from winning an event. So yeah, so that's one of them. Yeah, so the dynamic I did last time with giveaways was once we get a couple more people on the stream, hopefully, I basically roll dice and whoever wins will get to pick a Gen Con promo or a free Warlord. So I do have plenty of them, and I will be giving them away, hopefully over the course of the next couple of weeks. I definitely need to do a lot more of these live streams. Yeah. So one of the ideas that I had for live streams that I've had for a really long time now is that I have so much product that I haven't even haven't had the time to get into yet. And so what I want to do is basically, sort with me. People can jump on a live stream, and I want to crack some of these packages that I have that I haven't gotten into yet. And maybe I can give away some of those cards through the live streams. The idea is to jump onto Whatnot after a live stream and be able to sell some of those cards to people afterwards if anyone's interested in getting them. Some of these packages I've had for a really long time, so I actually have no idea what's in them. And so it's kind of, I mean, even when I generally buy collections from people, and so this is the one I have for tonight is one of the smaller ones, but generally you don't know what's in the collection anyway. There's just so many cards out there, and so most people you get a picture or two, and they might share some of the more valuable cards in the collection, but in general you just don't. You haven't. It's always going to be a surprise. The craziest surprise that I've ever gotten in a collection was finding a cohort. So that was really cool. Those are super rare. For anybody who doesn't know, there's only 7 of every cohort. They were released with a special promotion at the end of the AAG days. And they were part of I think the Stolen Destiny Lords. And so basically Stolen Destiny Lords were kind of leveled up versions of basic cards that people had. I don't have any on hand right now, but basically a level 1 or a level 3 character or something, they would have a special epic card under them that would give them a bunch of bonuses and give them extra abilities and stuff. And they had a special epic level item, which is like a level 10 item, I think, or something like that. And Anyway, so they also had these cohorts in the deck, and so if you were to beat them, they were basically Medusan level type challenge. So if you beat them, you got to keep the epic level card, which, fun fact, there's actually a way to play them now in Open and Ancients. You got to keep that, and you got to keep the cohorts that were in the deck. And again, there were only 7 of them. There's like 50 different cohorts or something. There's some of them that we don't even have images for, which is wild to me. Hey, Colad, how you doing? Thanks for joining. Yeah, so I was discussing, it's wild to me that there's, give or take, something like 50 cohorts, and of those, there's still a good half a dozen that I think we don't have images for, that have just been lost to time. So yeah, unfortunately, I don't have any of those. But anyway, coolest thing that I found was a cohort in a collection once. But otherwise, yeah, obviously there's always awesome stuff that you find in a collection. You never really know what's going to come in one. Another thing I can show off is I finally got a mug, a Warlord mug. Those are stupid hard to find. Almost nobody has them, and the people that have them never want to get rid of them. So yeah, it's nice to finally have gotten one. I think I had ordered them, and somehow my order either fell through when they were getting shipped out or something. Something happened funky there where I didn't end up getting any of them, unfortunately. And it's crazy how many there are as well. I think there's like 20 or 30 different mugs out there, but they are very, very difficult to find. Anyway, so yeah, so what I was saying is opening packages. Yeah, so I've got a couple of packages here. These are this one I have already opened before, but I opened it immediately and said, nope, I don't have time for that. And so I immediately put that to the side and said I would do that at another time. So hopefully I'll get through some of it today. There's no way I'll be able to get through all of that a lot today. It is a lot, and that is the smallest of packages, so I have so much to crack and get into. Yeah, so Gencon. Gencon was really awesome. All of my orders now on eBay or on what I will be doing on Whatnot, I will be also including some of these tokens as well. So these are really, really cool. They don't have any intrinsic value right now. Some people have bought them, which is wild. But, nobody has them. So right now it's scarcity. But I will be giving them away. I will not be selling these. So what are these? I'm actually missing the Warlord one. Here, I do have some singles, I guess, from the Warlord one. So basically, when you buy a booster pack, you get these 4 packages, and these are basically the packs that you're supposed to use to draft. So every booster box will be coming with one of each of these. I'll go ahead and get into them now. So the first one is Sarakian Sellsword. These are the level 1s that you would be using to draft with. I use them a lot. They are okay. It is annoyingly annoying. I don't know. It is annoying how kind of evenly paired they are. Not quite visible there. Sorry. There's a bit of a lag. It is annoying how they can't really hit each other. So when it's like a mirror match of Sarakian Sellswords in a draft, you might hit one each. But yeah, they are hard to hit for each other. Anyway, so these are really cool. And so this one pack, I'll go ahead and open one. So this pack comes with just the Sarakian Sellswords. I don't know if anyone else has opened these on camera at all, but yeah. So there we go. So it's just a pack of Sarakian Sellswords. So these are basically the equivalent of mana for Warlord. So you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we get 24 of them in a pack. So yeah, I've been basically just including one of these in all of my eBay orders. The other one is the pack of level 2s. So the level 2s come with 2 different ones. You get the Miserian Scouts and the Freelance Cavaliers. So these were basically free to grab at Gencon. People weren't really allowed to grab them throughout the first 3 days, but once they were closing up shop, they were like, yeah, anybody can grab them. And I assumed they wanted that to happen so that we could use them for drafts during Gencon. But once Gencon was done, yeah, they just said everybody grab whatever you want. So I grabbed a bunch of them for this exact reason. Anyway, so the cool thing about these level 2s, you don't have to play them, you don't have to use them, you can if you want to. You can only use one of each because they are actually unique. You can play with one of each in your starting army, rather. You can have 3 of them in your deck. There was a bit of people weren't sure if you could have them in your deck or not. I assumed that you could because they're all Warlord backed. And so unlike the tokens, so see each booster pack comes with a token. You can see that's the token here. And the tokens, let me grab one. Here we go. So here I've got a stack of tokens that I grabbed. And so the tokens are actually not Warlord backed. So these are obviously not things you can put into your deck. So there's a bunch of different tokens. And there aren't a lot of things that make tokens in the game right now. Leveled Up is the best one in my opinion, because who doesn't level leveled? So yeah, this is basically like an item token that you can put onto your character once you've leveled up with all the stats that leveled would give you. But yeah, see, it's not Warlord backed. Anyway, so my assumption was that because the tokens are not Warlord backed, those obviously cannot go into decks. And because these are Warlord backed, and because this last package is explicitly made for cards to go into decks, then I don't see why these wouldn't go into decks. So until I hear some sort of official ruling otherwise, I would believe that yes, you can put the Serakian Sellswords and the Freelance Cavaliers into your deck. And some people did, especially if you needed level 2s. So anyway, so these are really cool because one of them is a generic archer and one of them is a generic fighter, basically. These are actually really awesome, specifically because of their abilities. They are the same alignment, factions, and classes as your warlords. So that's pretty awesome, not only for Alliance, because that means that you can have multiple factions into the one card. I guess it doesn't really matter because all of your cards are the same faction. But anyway, the fact that it has all the same classes as your warlords really makes a difference. So in one of my draft decks, pull that up. There we go. I haven't taken them apart yet, specifically because I wanted to discuss them. Yeah, so one of my draft decks, I did use Nisha. Nisha is the draft warlord. Hopefully there's not a lot of glare there. And so basically here, before the game begins, you get to choose a faction. She is that faction, and then after starting armies are revealed, you choose up to 2 classes. She permanently gains those classes. So that's awesome, because basically what I had chosen was fighter and wizard, which means that, let me see, there we go, I had blast. So most people don't expect you to play a blast out of a level 1 or level 2 character that are just generic, but they can, because they have the same alignments, factions, and classes as your warlord. So basically this is a level 1. This was a level 1 fighter wizard when I drafted that Nisha. So that was a bit sneaky and a bit cool. I definitely enjoyed that. So let me go ahead and crack one of these then as well and figure out how many of them are in here. While we're at it, if anyone has any suggestions as to a good time to stream and or do whatnot selling, let me know, because I have no idea. I assumed that a Sunday would be a good day to start just because it's still a day off. But I'm thinking probably Friday, Saturday, and Sunday in the earlier afternoon. Right now it's a little late on the East Coast, but not so much for the Pacific Coast. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. So you get 8 of each in that pack. So yeah, I got a bunch of them. I will be giving them away to people. As you should. So the last pack. This pack comes with second to last rather. This pack comes with the cards that you're supposed to put into your deck if you did not draft enough of a certain type of card. So when you draft 3 booster packs each. The booster packs have 15 cards each. And if anyone has not drafted before, you basically pick one card, you pass the pack over to the person on the left, usually. And then the person to your right will pass you their pack, and from there you grab one card. And so basically, eventually you end up with the same 45, same number of cards. You'd end up with 45 cards, and you're supposed to build a deck out of that. The draft deck is supposed to be 30 cards, but rather, it still needs to follow the same rules as a normal deck in that there needs to be no more than 50% of your deck being one type of card. So if you happen to draft too many characters, which is bound to happen sometimes, then you can use some of these cards. So these are the two. Here's a coward. But the other two are these two. So Tattered Armaments is an item, and Out of Options is an action, which is such a great name for that. Tattered Armaments is pretty cool because it does not have an item type, so you can put it onto basically anybody, almost, and it doesn't actually occupy an item thing, so just small boost of attack and EC. And as you can see, your deck may include any number of cards named Tattered Armaments, and the same thing with Out of Options. Deck may include any number of cards named Out of Options, and this is an order. This character gains your choice of +2 attack or AC this turn. So not great, but the whole point is that these are just to fill your deck. And then the last one is Coward, which is a character. Unfortunately, it's only 1 hit point. It's level 3, which is pretty bad. 11 AC. You can have as many of these as you need, and he's the same factions, and he's not even the same classes. Wow, same factions as your warlords. So not the same classes. That sucks. Yeah, really, really bad. I would much rather have these, but this is obviously for a deck if you need some mid-level characters to be able to build ranks. Anyway, so that's what's in that pack. Go ahead and open that as well. So you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cowards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 out of options. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 tattered armaments. So this is a good segue before I move on to the last pack, which I don't have. My first draft on, I think it was on, I don't remember if it was Thursday or Friday. I actually drafted this guy. Hopefully not a lot of reflection there. Ew. Yeah, not good. Skulk the Cruel. Sklot the Cruel? Get him out of the sleeve, maybe. Yeah, so I saw him. He is legendary, rarity. And on top of that, his ability, order, twice per turn, destroy an equipped item, perform a +6 range strike. After the strike, each character that was adjacent to the target must succeed with a reflex save, DC 12, or suffer a wound and spend. So when I saw that, I was like, damn it, looks like I'm going to have to draft that. A, because it's, it's a legendary rarity, and B, because I knew that this existed, that if in a worst case scenario, if I didn't draft enough items, I could stack my deck essentially with Tattered Armaments and use that to discard for his ability. I was not too happy with it, only because Nothrogs are not my favorite faction, and Rogue is probably my least favorite class, Rogue and Cleric. But yeah, so I saw that and I had to draft it, which is fun. That was part of what was awesome about drafting, is that you never really know what you're going to play. So yeah, I ended up doing pretty well. I think I got 4th with that as well. So I got 4th in both of the major sealed events that were for draft. So basically there were 3 different sealed events. There was a just sealed event, there was a sealed plus event, and there was drafts. You could also do pickup drafts at any time. So the sealed event was basically just a deck and the 1 pack that comes in a deck, and I did do that as well. I did one of those, and I got that deck. I actually got the Nothrog, and to me, I was like, no, I really don't want to play Nothrog again. And somebody wanted to trade this one, so yeah, we ended up trading. Unfortunately, I think I would have actually done a lot better with the Nothrog deck than with the Free Kingdoms deck. But anyway, so the point is that you got the sealed deck, the sealed plus, and the draft events. So the sealed deck was just, you get the deck and you get the 1 pack that comes in the deck. The sealed plus event was the same thing, plus 2 more packs, and you basically make a deck out of each of those, and both of those events needed to have a full 50 card deck. And lastly, the draft event. So the draft was what I participated in, the bigger ones, and that I think was, I don't remember if it was Thursday or Friday, and then the last one was on Sunday. And yeah, so that was my very first event. And yeah, so that's what I got. That's what I drafted. And I was lucky to get 4th in both of them, which meant that I got a playmat. So top 8. I got the playmat and I got prize packs. I did open the prize packs from the first day on camera. I have not uploaded that yet, but I did get some really, really good hits. Anyway, so the last pack. I don't have the last pack with me. I didn't grab any. Those were the first to go. And so the last pack is the Warlords. The Warlords are you get one of every draft Warlord, which are basically the basic Warlords. So these Warlords are any class. And so yeah, you have the 6 factions plus the Nisha Warlord, which is any faction and any 2 classes. So they're really cool. I didn't notice them. I didn't notice that their ability really aligns with the faction outright. And so here, your limited order, your other target Free Kingdoms characters gain +3 AC this turn. Your other target Nothrog character gains +3 attack this turn. Your target mercenary character gains +2 attack and AC this turn. Your other target elf character gains +3 skill this turn. Your other target dwarf character gains +1 HP this turn. And your other target Deveranian character gains +1 level this turn. So yeah, that's the very basics. And then the stats are, again, general. It's, Nothrog having very high attack, low AC is pretty normal. They all have 3 hit points, so nothing too crazy there. But yeah, so basically these are the first ones to go because everyone was excited to grab these Warlords. And that pack comes with, I believe, 2 of each. So that would be the 14 cards. It helps the guy that traded you for the Nothrogs didn't do well. Ah, was that you? So it's funny because I had no idea. I had only seen a few of the what are they called, the spoilers, before really playing. So it was all a very new experience for me as well. It was a lot of fun. I do enjoy it like that. It's you never really know how cards are going to play it until you actually play them. But anyway, so I didn't know what was in the deck. I didn't really know what the Warlord did before trading it away. I just knew it was Nothrog, and I just knew that I was like, I really did not. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed playing Warlord, but it was not my favorite thing. Anyway, so I only saw after the fact, I think on the last day or the day before last, yeah, I think it was on Saturday, the artist that was at Gencon ended up playing in a sealed event, and so he had gotten the Nothrog deck, and I helped him sleeve the deck. And so as I was going through the deck, I was like, wow, this is really, really strong, and I wish I had gotten it. And so I think the biggest thing that stood out to me was actually, and that was one of the most frustrating things about this deck, was that there's just no movement. On top of the fact that this Warlord is super slow, tempo-wise, he has the limited order, so once per turn. Target up to 2 of your level 1 or 2 characters. The targets gain +2 attack and AC, and additional melee strike base 2 while attacking this turn. That obviously makes them a huge target immediately for your opponent. And yeah, I've always had a problem with tempo to begin with, and so this is just a super slow deck. But in general, yeah, so Pack Tactics is the only thing that helps you with tempo in this deck, and it's spend order. Your 2 target characters attack, so you get to attack with basically both of them at the same time, if they didn't die. The problem with the deck is, again, there was only, I think there's the Ardian Greathawk, which is a cool card. After an opposing character moves, spend Ardian Greathawk, journey, move forward or backward 1 rank. There's that one card for movement, and I think there was one other one that I might have gotten in the pack. I don't even remember anymore. Yeah, I didn't see it outright, but there's just no steeds, there's no movement, there was nothing. Whereas the Nothrog deck was chock full of movement. I think it had like 6 or 8 steeds in it. The Nothrog himself can move, so yeah, it was easy to have deck envy after having seen it and having struggled with this other deck. But it was fun. Again, it was a lot of fun. It was awesome to play with the new cards. I don't know if anyone else has discussed it yet, but the difference in size isn't hugely notable, but there is a difference in size. Grab an old card here. There we go. Tavern Brawl. So let's put, I don't know how much that's going to come out, but you can see that tall-wise, that's about the thickness of a card. So like, if you were to put a card on top, it's about the thickness of a card, shorter, and about half that of the width. So I have tried putting older cards into what are they called? When you try double sleeving, you have to put them into the inner sleeves. And yeah, so unfortunately, the older cards do kind of bend when you try to put them into an inner sleeve. So yeah, it is good that they changed it. It is a much less notable difference than fourth edition with the mistakenly rounded corners. So it's not a bad thing. I don't think most people will notice it, especially because nowadays everybody plays with sleeves. So it's going to be I think it's a non-issue for most people. But I figured I would discuss that just because it's a thing. Yeah. So those are the packs that you get for free when you buy a booster box, and obviously stores are going to be opening booster boxes to be selling them by packs. So basically, these packs are just going to be available at any store all the time as singles, just for people to play and draft whenever they want. Yeah, it was draft experience was so much fun. I think the two best things that I was able to do at Gen Con were those two things. Was other than meeting people and everything, that's always a lot of fun. Playing Warlord is a lot of fun, but drafting Warlord and teaching Warlord, I had a lot of fun doing. I got this cool shirt as well. I think I mentioned it earlier, but yeah, this was a really cool shirt. Yellow is my favorite color. So yeah, it was nice getting a Warlord branded shirt to help with teaching. It is also, unfortunately, not Throg. So I think it does look really cool on the back. I don't know if you guys can see that, but yeah. Um, yeah, yeah, there we go. It looks good. Yeah, it's a really cool shirt. I'm glad I got one. I think there were shirts for all of the factions, and there were shirts for a lot of people that were helping out there all the time. There were different levels of shirts, so I was basically just a volunteer helping out, one of the basic helpers. Yeah, it was really really cool. Let's see. Let me put these away. What else? What else? Were any of you able to go to Gen Con? Definitely looking forward to the day where we can actually see Warlord cards in stores. Let's hope it's sooner than later. Has anybody actually used Whatnot? I have definitely jumped on it a couple times now. It's been a lot of fun. Whatnot is definitely dangerous. There's just so much to see and buy on Whatnot. It's a lot of fun. All right, so I do see we have six. It's been bouncing between 6 and 7. We can do a giveaway. So I don't know if anybody remembers the way I did it last time. I wish I had to postpone this year since I'm going to the Philippines to see my girlfriend. Yeah, the Philippines. I've heard amazing things. I have not been there yet. I tried. I I've only been to Asia once. My girlfriend is half Filipina, so I will be going at some point, I'm sure. And I've heard amazing things, so I can't wait to go someday. I'm sure you're gonna love it. You said, Stefan, yeah, I was the guy that traded for Nothrogs, was painting a miniature, so I couldn't answer right away. Oh, no worries. All right, so the dynamic for the giveaways is basically you guys need to type into the chat box a number, but it has to be in numerical order. And that's the hard part to kind of figure out. Is basically you don't guess a number, you have to go like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, because there's only 6 right now. And so if it's 1, 2, and somebody puts in 5, then that doesn't count. It's the first number that goes in the right order. So everybody go in 1 through 6, and if the die lands on that number, then the giveaway goes to you. So there you go. So now we need a 2. Oh boy, slow night tonight. Yeah, I think the hard part for, oh, there we go. So SW, you need to be 3. We need now, there we go. Now we need 4, 5, and 6. So basically, Stefan there again. There we go. Yeah. SWs, you got to do 5 or 6 now. Oh, there we go. SW, you got to do 6 if you want to jump in. Hey Scott, how you doing? There we go. Awesome. All right. So basically, what I'm going to do is, yeah, I roll. See who gets it. Oh, there we go. 1. So Stefan, no, Kolat, you get it. So Kolat, you get to pick either a random free warlord or. Oh, really? On my end, it was second. Sorry about that. I got a bit of a lag here. We can do 2 in a row right now, so we'll do another one with the same numbers. Yeah, so you get to pick a random warlord, or you get to pick, you get one of these Gencon promos. You choose. You let me know, call up. And I'll roll for a second one. Oh, come on. Somebody else. 5. There we go. Random warlord call out. All right. And 5 was Scott. Awesome. Scott, you let me know what you want. A random warlord or one of the Gen Con promos. So call out. I think I've got about 30 there. If you want to throw out a number and you get to pick which one, which warlord you get. Random warlord as well for you, Scott. Then throw out a number again, somewhere around, say 25, just to make sure that there's enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There you go. So Kolat, you get a Gothak. Nothrog Scout. Spend order, perform a +5 range strike, and react after a range strike with a printed bonus greater than the level of the target performed by one of your Nothrog characters has resolved. Discard a card from your hand to spend the target of the strike. So very useful if you have any things that might do more damage against spent characters. So that is for you, Kolat. I need to write that down, otherwise I'll never remember. And Scott, you did 12. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Here we go. Frost. There is only one of every single one in the pile of warlords. Dwarf, Barbarian, Warlord Unique, React. After one of Frost's melee strike rolls results in a natural 18, 19, or 20, or a critical success, inflict 1 wound on the characters adjacent to the target if Frost is your Warlord. Obviously, Frost is always going to be your Warlord now. Sorry. Yeah, so extra damage. And pretty high attack for a Dwarf Warlord. Need another sleeve. Bring some more of those near me. Not right on the playmat. That is Scott. I should have your addresses, but just in case, email me your addresses to confirm where I should be sending those. The email is warlordcardgamer@gmail.com. Does anybody have any questions about Gencon or 5th edition cards? Has everybody seen the foils from 5th edition? And I know everyone's going to hate, or rather, Kingswood doesn't seem to like us calling it 5th edition. It's Saga, but yeah, the shorthand is going to be 5th edition. So here's a foil. You guys might have seen some of the good cards that I got. Whoops. Probably should have done that off camera, but just to hold the surprise. Anyway, so yeah, these are the foils. They are quite pretty, I've got to say. I don't know, let's see if my camera is going to focus on that. So I am surprised by how much people were looking for the foils and or valued them, the foils and the extended art cards. So let's look at some different ones. So I did actually end up getting 2 of these. So I didn't realize it until afterwards. But I got both of these, one in normal art and one in extended art. Now, from what I understand, not every single card exists in extended art. I don't know the exact number. Somebody has actually, there's an Excel of that out there. I have downloaded it. I need to analyze it at some point. But apparently somebody has gone through the task of figuring out exactly which cards are going to exist in extended art and which ones won't. I think there's about 80 extended art cards. And the framing is very different for the extended art cards. Apparently, it varies greatly. Somebody mentioned, let's see, where is it? So I actually have some of the other warlords here. There you go, I did get these as well, in extended and not extended. There you go. So I don't have the extended art version of this one. This is the uncommon Nothrog Warlord from 5th edition. And the extended art apparently focuses kind of on the left side of the art. And so, yeah, these are kind of the obvious ones where they just focus on the main character of the art. As you can see, doesn't really change much. But yeah, basically it doesn't really, it's not consistent. It depends on the actual card. Sorry. Yeah, there's a lag here, so I just need to hold it up and hope. Let's see. Might actually be better if I cover her up. Come on, lag. That was like a 10-second lag. Sorry, guys. No. Well, maybe if I do it this way. Oh yeah, that's not great either. Oh well. Sorry, I tried. Yes, so foils do look really pretty. I am disappointed that they did not foil the art. Now, I spoke to the guys from Kingswood, and they mentioned specifically that the problem with the art is that you need to, it's a lot of manual work. You basically need to go in and choose what you want to get foiled in order to really foil the art. So they basically said that apparently there's 30% foiling in the art. So I'm trying to not get it blurry, but yeah, my camera is not happy with this for whatever reason. Anyway, yeah, so there's supposed to be some foiling in the art. I did not see any foiling. It's very evident that the foiling goes into the borders. There's no curling, which is great. I know a lot of people really hate that about Magic, and Pokemon doesn't really curl as far as I'm aware. But yeah, there's zero curling in these. These have been open for quite some time now. So yeah, these are really, really nice. I don't know if I have an extended art foil card. Actually, no, I do. Uh, yeah, I'll show you this one. So this is a really cool card. The Graveyard Librarian in extended art and foil. I did not get any of these in non-foil, unfortunately, so I only have the one. Come on. It's really strange how the what's it called? The focus on the camera is not doing very well today. Anyway, so this is a really crazy art, mostly because once you see it, you can't unsee it. And everybody was calling this basically the pizza elf. So he's basically holding a scroll, but the way the scroll is done, it definitely looks like a giant slice of pizza. Try holding it closer, maybe. Yeah. Okay. So I just need to lift. Figure this out. Sorry, guys. This is the test. All right. Yeah, that looks pretty good there. Anyway, so yeah, that's a foil card and a foil extended art card. So very cool. So I am supposed to be doing this whatnot at 11:45. So what I'm going to do is let's do another giveaway because I see that there's 10 people watching now, which is cool. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for joining. For those that did not know earlier, let me see if I have a bigger die. Should have. Actually, let's make sure. We'll just do the D6. So yeah, let's do another call for a giveaway. Put your numbers in 1 through 6, but it's in numerical order. There seems to be a lag, so I have to do it based on what I see. Sorry. So yeah, go 1 through 6. They have to be in numerical order. If you're out of numerical order, then your number doesn't count. And then I will roll, and you get a giveaway. Yeah, moon boots. So you're out of numerical order. You would have to be 2. There we go. SW's got 2. Stefan, you're out of numerical order there. I see Matt, SW, so 1, 2. I need 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. All right. I've got Matt at 1, SW at 2, Stefan at 3. I need 4, 5, and 6, and then we can roll. And then I'll start opening some stuff. I need 4, 5, and 6, guys. There we go. There's 4, moon. Great. I need 5 and 6. Anyone can claim them now. Let's go. So you can do. Great. And I need 6 now. Someone claim 6, and then I'll roll. Nice. All right, Matt. Thanks. 4. We'll roll twice. So that is Moon Boots. So let me know what you want. A random Warlord, or do you want a Gencon promo Hazak? And I'll roll a second time. 6. So that is Matt. So Moon and Matt. Choose whether you want a random Warlord or a Gencon promo. And if you want a random Warlord, give me a number. 1 through 25-ish. Yeah, 27. 1 through 27. Matt, you get a promo. Awesome. I don't know if that fits. Oh well. 12 Moon Boots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. Fazia Natoya. Noyota? Nyota? I actually have a, let me grab it, non-official version of her, which fixes her text. So I'll go ahead and send you one of those as well. So yeah, I got one of these printed. It's proxy. Has my logo on it, sorry. And scan me. I think that takes us to, or takes you to warlordcards.com. I don't remember. Oh, that's awesome. Well, there you go. Favorite Warlord, and you're getting this version of it, which is pretty cool. And basically it fixes the MRP, which was never actually printed. So yeah, you get that. Put that in there for you as well. So, well, I'm going to read it. Mercenary, Warlord, Ranger, Barbarian. May not attack, may play 1 react per range strike as if it were a melee strike. Items and reacts that increase Phasa's attack add to her range strikes. So it's a really strange Warlord. It's one of the most unique Warlords in the game. And it's a spend order from a +6 range strike, then a +1 range strike. These may target characters in adjacent ranks. So it's weird because she basically mixes the line between melee strikes and range strikes. So she's a very funky Warlord. Congrats. Yeah, so again, I'm supposed to be doing Whatnot at 11:45 is what I put on for me. I'm on the East Coast, so I've got about 20-something minutes. So let's try. We're going to do 2 things. First, we're going to pop into this. So again, I have no idea what's in here. I'm going to grab just one of these, and we're going to open these up and see what's in there. And we will follow for more, because I will be cracking these live with you guys in the future. Hopefully Friday. If not, maybe even during the week, if people are interested in doing it. I do know that there's a lot of interesting cards in here. I have no idea what's in here. So stick around, because this will be the last thing we open. And I will throw all of this on Whatnot as well. So let's see. I figured it'd be a lot cooler to sort cards with people. Yep. Basically, I've been doing this all of my life, but particularly for the 2.0 sale that I'll be doing, which is all the cards behind me. I've just been cracking boxes and getting into them and sorting them. But yeah, I figured that people would enjoy seeing them. Yeah, okay, so this is entirely random. That's terrible. Yeah, it's funny when you get collections and you, like, some stuff is organized, some stuff is not organized. This is absolutely not organized. So yeah, I'll just do as I do when I am on my own doing it. So these are definitely older cards. But again, I just had no idea. Hasanal, that's really good for drawing cards. Oh, Everinian. So Baku, super OG. Some dwarves. What are your favorite factions, guys? There we go, some actions. So what I do, put them on the side here. And have you guys used Whatnot yet? Charge. There you go. Loyal Nag. That was definitely missing in this deck. Some movement. Boy, was that frustrating. You don't know what Whatnot is. Okay, so Whatnot is basically it's a platform for people to buy and sell, of course, stuff. It's basically a live platform to buy and sell stuff. And so I think that it's a great mix of doing this, like live streaming, just organizing cards with you guys, and then being able to basically sell them immediately right after that, if anybody's interested in buying anything. So if you have never done Whatnot, let me actually go ahead and put that in here. If you sign up with my code, you get $15 for free, which you can spend on anything, including anything that I'm selling. So everything on Whatnot is generally an auction, and they're really quick auctions. So you basically sign up and you can bid. It generally starts at $1, I think, and you bid up on whatever you want. Yeah, so that's what was in one of those packs. I don't know if anyone needs anything, but I will definitely make everything available now and Whatnot. So it's like eBay, but just really, really quick, because auctions generally only last about 20 or 30 seconds. And so, yeah, it's just really, really fast. eBay, obviously, usually is a week. Sometimes you can do it for less if you really want to. Sometimes more. But yeah, Whatnot is very instant. So there was that. Let us crack into this. I created an account 10 seconds before you mentioned you had a code. Oh, I'm sorry, Matt. Well, if you have a different email, you could start with that account. So I have not opened this. I do know what it is. I remember I got this more recently. But again, it's just singles, Warlord singles. So I will be selling all of them, and also this pack. So I've got, that's the last thing we're going to open now. So I've got until, let's say, I want to start 11:45. Let's do 11. We've got about 15 minutes. Might do another one of those loose things, and some more giveaways. We got enough people here. We can do another couple giveaways. It's always interesting to see how people pack things as well. I've bought so many things, and most of the time packing is really good, but I've gotten some really shady, sketchy packages. So that's not a whole lot. So yeah, I think we can do another one of these. Let's jump in and grab another one of these random packs. So yeah, SW, I don't know if that makes sense. If what I explained for Whatnot makes sense. Alrighty, so sorting again. Jiggy, they reprinted him. I don't think I have one of the new ones. Oh, that was another thing actually. People were, I'm assuming, some people were wondering differences. I already discussed the size differences. It's a very minor difference. Again, sleeve, no one would ever really notice. Thickness is the same, but what does change a lot is you can actually see the coloring is a little different here, but that happens in anything. But it's like matte versus glossy. So the one on the right, this is the new one, and the one on the left is the old Warlord. And so you can kind of see, I don't know, this focusing is not doing very well today. Sorry. But yeah, there's definitely a difference in the texture. So again, the one on the right, you can't really see it in the art because it's a lot harder and they're different, of course. But on the back, it's definitely noticeable. But they're a little bit different. But that also varied a lot over the years through AEG. It's funny how certain sets are very different to other sets. Curious to see how it is different than any other streaming site. So the difference, SW, with Whatnot is that it is specifically for selling. And that was the difference between here on YouTube and Whatnot, was that I can't really sell here on YouTube at all. There's, even just the giveaways, it's something that I have to make up on my own. Whereas on Whatnot, it's all very streamlined. It's specifically for selling and giveaways. You can get giveaways for free. You can sign up. You don't have to buy anything. I know there's a lot of drama. If anyone has heard of Whatnot, a lot of drama with people that will join your stream just to try and get giveaways for free. I have no problem with that. I have plenty of Warlord cards to give away. I do want to give stuff to people. That is the goal. And yeah, so I have no problem. You don't need to buy anything. If you stick around on the streaming on the stream of Whatnot, you don't have to buy anything. You can still join all of the giveaways. I will try to be very persistent with that, in that, because a lot of people, in order for a giveaway to be active, you have to actually click on it. I've never done it before, but I've been researching it, and a lot of people kind of seem to forget to start a giveaway. And the thing with the giveaways, you can actually choose when the giveaway will start, like draw. And so if you do a giveaway, if you start a giveaway to be eligible to be signed up for, basically it has a ticker where it will automatically draw a winner after 5 minutes. You can at any point after starting a giveaway manually do that, but in order to restart a giveaway, you have to actually do that manually, and a lot of people seem to not do that. And so I will be very sure to have that on as often as possible. Anyway, so back to some sorting before I jump to Whatnot and test it out. Again, I've never sold on there, but I'm looking forward to trying it. So a lot of older cards here. How long have you guys been playing Warlord? I started way back in 2001 with Assassin Strike. Sorry, no, not with Assassin, with Saga. Assassin Strike was my first expansion because it was the first expansion. I started with Sir Robert. Oops, look at that. Already messing up. Brine Fiend. So yeah, for example, Brine Fiend I know definitely doesn't exist as an extended art card in 5th edition because they gave it out as a promo 1 or 2 Gen Cons ago. Nice. What was your first Warlord, Stefan? That was easy. Yeah, we'll push it. We'll do one more. Hopefully there's no penalty to starting the Whatnot stream late. X-Stab. That's always a great card. Leveled. I do have a pending giveaway for a leveled. There was a guess how many levels I had in a pile once. And I do have the number, and I do have the winner. So I need to announce that sometime soon. Two 2003, 2004 is for me. First four that I remember really liking was Sanguinel. Yeah, Sanguinel is a beast. That's what Chris Vack won the Ancients tournament with this year. And I'm sure he's won it with in previous years as well. Last. I've never actually played it, but yeah, he's a beast. Throw. So what are cards some people are looking for? Does anybody have like decks that they're building and missing cards for? All right, so they're not entirely mixed up. Pretty relatively easy to sort. All right, I'll finish this up, and then I will get into those white packs. Sold off my collection over a decade ago. Wish I'd held on to it. So I got nothing these days. All right, well, there you go. Hopefully, not only will once I'm finally done with it, my next sale help you. Hopefully you'll be able to grab some of these if you want some on Whatnot. I will also definitely have 5e, 5th edition Saga, whatever. I will have it available for sale at some point once it actually delivers, of course. I think I'll be throwing up some, what's it called? Pre-order listings on eBay. All right, so let's get into these. Reggen was my first. Still have the deck somewhere around. Yeah, he's or she's a funky warlord, that's for sure. Half of the community really hates it and says it's the worst warlord ever, and the other half is kind of meh. Same 2 years ago, I got the itch to start playing again, but didn't really know where to get cards other than eBay, so I just had a bunch of high quality proxies made for like 10 different decks. Nice. So what I did, I've mentioned it in the past, is I have what I call my proxy library. And so basically I keep all of the cards that I put into lots of decks. I'll keep one playset of those cards. And then everything else I've sold over the past in my previous sale, and I have now here behind me. And that's why, like, when I buy a collection, it's not really for me. It's for me to be able to integrate into this sale, because the more that I had, the more even I can distribute everything to people. I don't know if that makes sense. Just like I did with my first sale. And so, yeah, so that's what I did. I was able to get rid of so much of my personal collection 4 or 5 years ago, because I basically told myself I don't need to have 30 Meet at the Inns. I do like Meet at the Inn, so I do play it. So I definitely have a playset of Meet at the Inn in my proxy library, so that's the real ones. And then I have proxies in all of my decks, so that if I ever were to go to a tournament where I had to have the real cards, I can just bring my proxy library with me and the deck and then switch out cards that are proxies. So anyway, that's what I do. Ooh, nice. There we go. Some more spicy cards. Very nice. Wow. Ooh. Scath. Some promos. Warlords. Yeah, this is definitely spicy. Bloodworm. Ooh, Corrupt Title. That's really rare. Most people don't know how hard that is to find. Hero's Gambit. Great card. I see that there's 9 of you, so let's do another giveaway. 1 through 6, guys. So these are Overlords, promos, Warlords, Flow Warlords, promos. I found out I had 20 copies of Bruntor's Helm the afternoon before leaving for Gencon. Nice. I actually didn't have any Bruntor's Helms with me, and so luckily I was able to draft one, and I got the artist to sign it. I forgot to mention that. Yeah, those are really cool. I'll show those off in a second. Promos. So we're at 3. We still need 4, 5, and 6, guys. Five and 6. All right, so more promos here. I'm watching. Anyone? We just need 5 and 6 to do another roll for giveaways. So now I got some rares here. Oop, no, these don't go there. These go here. Nice. 5 and 6. Great. We got 4, and we have, so that's SW, and 3. And that is Stefan. So you guys choose Random Warlord or Gencon promo. And remember that to email me and let me know that you won. SW and Stefan. Oh, nice. Yes, I did get the art prints. I forgot to mention that. So SW, you want the Gencon promo? Nice. I'll just pull that out of there. There we go. It comes with this ad card. Nice. And Stefan, Random Warlord, choose a number from 1 to 25. And yeah, that's what I was going to do. So I did get some prints as well. These were really cool. So yeah, that's going to cover everything now. So there's the Bruntor's Helm print. And then I got one of each of the other prints. So these are, yeah, they take up a lot of space. There we go. Do that. And I'll go ahead and pull that for you there, Stefan. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. There we go. Colivan. So this is a Elf Druid Warlord unique. Order once per turn. Take up to 2 cards from the top of your deck and attach them face down to Colivan as pets. And order while in the first rank, spend a pet attached to Colivan to have that pet attack as a level 1 classless character with a +0 attack, 6 AC, 1 hit point, and 0 skill. My phone does not like the background. So Colivan, you are Stefan. So remember to email me your addresses. Email is warlordcardgamer@gmail.com. And so I also got from Chris, I got him to modify some cards. So these are my first alters. These are really cool. So Chris did that for me. Let's hope that these are relatively visible. I love his signature. Super simple, but really beautiful. Yeah. Super simple, but really cool. So yeah, very, very neat. I will get this framed someday. Lord Barrow. So yeah, I'm glad that I drafted a Brunter's Helm. I'm sure he has, you can order them if you reach out to him directly, if anyone wants any of these prints. This one was only one of 20, so I got number 10 there. All right, let me finish cracking and sorting. Do I have any more? Did, here. Yeah, I'm supposed to be starting my Whatnot streams now. There. Rares, rares. Ooh, venomous. See this. So all of these cards, or most of them, I'm gonna go on Whatnot and we will sell them. Foils there, Elemental Madness. Ooh. Movers 1, dupe. That was in the Orm Alagast deck. When you see that fixed rarity for Movers 1 or for dupe, it was in the Orm Alagast Overlord deck. All right, one more of these. More Warlords, awesome. Very nice. Primal Rage is a great card. Knife After Dark, awesome. Diplomacy, Battle Rhino, Redoth Mount, Armor of Earth, Surgery Kit, Denali, Aslan, Ishivar, Prince Alaric, Mirren, Ardenal, Rampage, Mountain, Bonebreaker, Sanguinel. Nice. Very good. All right. And lastly, we're going to open one of these packs. So let me move all of this out of the way. Remove this and let's see if that helps at all. with the focusing. Nice. All right, so this is a 5th edition booster pack. This is what we got at Gencon. So the 5th edition booster pack comes with 10 commons, 3 uncommons, 1 rare, and then 1 random slot, which is either an extended art non-foil card, a foil card, or a foil extended art card. Generally, out of every 4 packs, 1 is an extended art card, 1 is a foil card, 1 is a foil extended art card. No, 2 foils, 1 extended art foil. There we go. Yeah, so out of every 4 packs, 2 foil normal cards, 1 extended art non-foil, and 1 extended art foil. So the extended art foils are pretty rare. Oh, there we go. I saw the foil on the back. So there's the token. I got an animal. All right. You got to jump on Whatnot as soon as I'm done. I'm going to jump in there. As soon as I finish cracking this, we can go ahead and end the stream, and we'll jump into Whatnot. Take a 2-minute break quickly. Oh, come on. Really? All right, well, looks like I'll try and do this. Come on, lag. Wow. Let me try and look at, there we go. That might be better. Oh, that is not better. There we go. Okay. No? Very disappointing. Hmm. Okay, go even closer. We'll do that. There we go. Shadow Clan Slayer. Common. Wither. Not a huge fan of how they've used the 2 symbols there, but I know they were trying to make it just quickly, immediately evident what cards are and to use up less of the text box. So I guess it makes sense. It might grow on me. Another Tavern Brawl. This is a really powerful card, especially in draft. Super strong. Target opponent chooses a character they control. The chosen character forms a melee strike. After the strike, this character forms a melee strike. So super strong, especially if you've got a beat stick in the front rank. Keep watch. Leveled. New version. Gap Finder. This is really good. Basically like a backstab. Bring melee strikes against spent characters. This character gains +5 attack. Run Instigator. Lots of dwarves in this one. Catapult Crew. Oldie. Classic. Quaslan Rivet. This is pretty cool. Dwarf Artificer. While encumbered, equipped with 3 or more items, Quaslan Rivet gains +5 attack and additional melee strike while attacking. So that's awesome. Basically, the more items he gets, the stronger he gets. That's pretty cool. Gencon Initiate. Classic. Graham Hayward. So they've done a lot of rare changes, or rarity changes rather. He was originally rare from 4th edition, 4th edition base set. He was actually really, really hard to find. So he's going to be a lot easier to find now as an uncommon. They did that obviously because they want you to be able to get good cards to be able to draft. I know they mentioned specifically the dragons are rares instead of mythic rares or legendary rares, just so that you can actually get them in draft. Terrorize. These are really cool. I love these basically rolls, random rolls. Hinterland's Griffin. It's pretty cool. And there we go. My rare is a Breastplate of Power. I did not get this often, or at all rather. I didn't get this at all in my drafts. And the people that did get it did really well because it was pretty strong in draft in a limited environment. It is still unique, unfortunately. I miss the old days when you can actually bounce them or call it, when they would stack. You could have 3 breastplates of armor in the front rank. That was wild. And there we go. There we go. A foil Qualsum Rivet. Sorry, my hand was drifting there. So I will be throwing all of these and whatnot in a few minutes. Thanks for joining me, and yeah, hopefully I can do a lot more of these streams in the future. I'm thinking, again, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. If anyone has any opinions, please go ahead and drop them in the comments or on Facebook. I'll see you all over there. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to send me your addresses if you want anything. Take care, and I'll see you on the next one, or on whatnot. Let me go ahead and actually send the whatnot stream, actually, in case anybody needs it. There we go. That's the whatnot stream. All right. See you later.